Hello friends, welcome to this lesson, Introduction to Algebra. Now algebra is a very simple topic to understand, but in this video, we are basically looking at what algebra is. Now it says that algebra is a branch of mathematics that helps in the representation of problems or situations in the form of mathematical expressions. It's a branch of maths, that's a basic term that you just need to get here. That helps in representing problems or situations in the form of mathematical expressions. Now, that definition may be difficult to understand or maybe get some information out of it, but let's break it down here. An algebraic expression is a combination of variables, constants, coefficients, terms, and then operators. When we combine all these things, we can call that an algebraic expression. Now, it says that a variable is a letter or a symbol that represents an unknown or a changeable value. A constant is also a fixed number that doesn't change. So when something is constant, it means its value is known and it will never change. That's just the meaning. Coefficient. A coefficient is the numerical factor that is multiplied by a variable in a term. It is the number that sits in front of any variable. So when you say a variable, then the number that sits in front of it is called a coefficient. If there is none written, it means the coefficient there at that point is 1. Now terms. A term is a single number. It could also be a variable. It could be a product of the numbers or variables. Terms are usually separated by plus or minus sign. So operators, we'll get to know all these things as the lesson goes on. Parts of algebraic expression. Like we mentioned earlier, look at this diagram. We have 5x cubed or raised to the power 3 plus 7xy minus 3x plus 9. Now let's look at these, starting with the terms. So earlier we said the terms are separated by either plus or minus signs in the expression. So you see that the first part, this is a plus, this is minus, this is plus. So it means the 5x raised to the power 3 is the first term, 7xy is the second term, 3x is the third term, and then 9 is the last term. So there are 4 terms in this particular expression. Now let's look at the variables. A variable is something whose value is not known. We can't predict by mere fact of looking at it. You see, when we look at this, we all know it's 5. Whether in the morning or in the evening, 5 is always 5. But we can't see what x is in this particular expression if we don't solve it. Then we can also say that y is 3, y is 5, or whatever. So making the x, the y, the variable. So in this given expression, anywhere you see x and y, they are variables because their values are unknown. Now, we also have the coefficients. We said the coefficients are the numbers that are always in front of the variables. So here you can see that the first coefficient is 5, 7, and 3. Those are the coefficients that we have. Now, a constant number, a number that stands alone. So you will agree that we said here that a constant is a fixed number that doesn't change. Its value is not changing. 9 here is the only constant number that we have. Now the degree talks about the power of the coefficient, or it could even be a constant number. So as we are having 3 here, the 3 talks about the number of times the x multiplies itself, or the x is appearing, the number of times that is multiplying itself. So basically, this is called an algebraic expression. Let's look at the difference between an algebraic expression and an algebraic equation. Now, the main difference is the equal sign. The expression doesn't have the equal sign. Look at it. There is no equal sign here. In the first expression, there is no equal sign. But when an equal sign is introduced, then it becomes an algebraic equation. It's very simple. Then we have types of algebraic expression: a monomial, binomial, trinomial, and then the last one is polynomial. Let's understand this in a very simple way. Now, a monomial, mono means 1. So any expression that has just one term is called a monomial. If it has two terms, it is called a binomial. If it has three, it is called a trinomial. Then if it has more than three, 4, 5 onwards, it's called a polynomial expression. So given this figure that we have, an expression is, the expression here is 9x squared plus 6y plus 5xy plus 2. So let's identify the following. So you see that the 9x squared is called a monomial because it has just one term. Then 9x squared plus 6y is called a binomial because this 9x squared is the first term plus 6y making it the second term. So therefore it's called the binomial. Also, we have the trinomial. The trinomial starts from 9x squared plus 6y plus 5xy. That is three terms. Trinomial, three terms. And the last one is a polynomial. All the expression from the start to the finish is called a polynomial. Therefore, that is the various types of expressions that you may be faced with. So, monomial, just one term. Binomial, two terms. Trinomial, three terms. So watch out for the part 2 of this video. And do not forget to like and subscribe so that anytime we post a new video, you will be notified. Thank you.